It's early March, actually almost April, and I'm letting Sonny run around out here. He's getting old. I think he might be blind in one eye. So I'm letting him run around in this kind of stuff. I got some dental floss tied to one of his legs so I don't lose him. I got about 8 or 9 feet of it played out. So far it's kind of interesting. I'm not sure how much time I've got to do this, but he has all sorts of interesting experiences. Like, let me show you over here what he does. This is really cool. Watch him. He did what he did before. He was exploring in the grass, and it's really fun to see him in a more sort of natural habitat. I think he came from a sort of tropical kind of background, his species anyway. So to watch him sort of come through everything is pretty amazing. This is a jungle experience for him. I've got the end of the 9-foot dental floss tied to my toe, and it's on a slip knot on his right rear foot, in case any of you want to try this. You just have to make sure that it doesn't become too tight, so I can cut blood off to his foot. But it's just a slip knot, so I can either slip it off or cut it off at some point. So here he is, going through the weeds here. This is the furthest he's gone so far. But it's just really fun to see him do this. Hamster adventures. His name's Sonny, and the other guy's name is Buddy. And Buddy died almost about a year ago now, after they stopped being brothers and got to mating age. They couldn't keep them together. They started to kill each other, so we had to separate them into different cages. And eventually Buddy died, and so we put him in a box and buried him in the yard. And we originally got these guys for a science experiment for my daughter, and I wish we could have played with them more, but I'm not 9 years old, and my daughter's more interested in her corgi dog. But Sonny's always been very special. He has always really liked humans, or at least seemed like he did. Didn't care for hamsters much, but he seemed to like humans. As you can see, he has walked quite a ways, all the way over from that chair over here. It's about 15 feet. So I'm just sort of keeping track of him sort of here. If you're going to come out with your hamster in the grass or whatever, you need to be with them, because where I live there's hawks, so the hawks need to be more afraid of you than they are hungry for the hamster. So that's an important consideration if you're going to take your hamster out like this. And also use a slip knot so you can get it off fast if you have to. Basically what I use is dental floss on a rear leg. And I kept the dogs inside while I'm doing this. while Sonny's doing his exploratory bit. I've never let him be this free before, so I figure he deserves it once at least before he kicks off. So it's sort of like out of kindness to my pet, to our pet, that he's doing this. I figure after all he's been through, he should have some time outside. See what living outside's really like, as long as he doesn't get eaten up by a hawk or something. When he was younger, he could move a lot faster, and he could always avoid, if he escaped his cage, he could always avoid the dogs somehow, and let us know at some point when he was tired and was hungry. He'd come up to the bed and make noise, and my wife would find him. So they're pretty intelligent little creatures, you know, that he could avoid the dogs, who are always finding gophers and stuff, but they didn't find him. So it's sort of like a combination of a little bit like a mouse, more like a mouse than like a rat, but they're larger than a mouse. We got Sonny in a pet store, and he was just the most personable. And then when we got him out into the car, when we first got him, he was a baby, and he just was running his wheel forever and ever and ever. But he missed his friend Buddy and started screaming when we got him to the house, to the car. So we went in and bought Buddy so he'd have his friend, his buddy. And that's kind of how it all went. But he's been a good pet. Maybe he's maybe up to 3 years old now. And we've kept him in a plexiglass aquarium with what looks like ground up paper towels as a base, and fed him regular hamster food, and then sometimes blueberries he likes, and strawberries and other fruits. If you go out online, you can find more about hamsters and learn more what your hamster likes to eat and stuff like that. But the one thing is, if you're going to have a hamster, you need to have a wheel, or else they die. They have to be at exercise. It keeps them psychologically fit. Just like people, if they don't get exercise, lots of times they go crazy and die. Because the exercise gives you like the serotonin kick, like the runner's high, to be able to face life. And so it's the same is true of hamsters or anybody in life. You have to have enough exercise to want to stay alive. So that's just part of living.